Everybody, you need to pay attention. This is serious. As of early June 2015, America was distracted by a pre-planned Confederate flag and same-sex marriage distraction. The United States Congress forfeited the entire economic future of the country by quietly passing the so-called Fast Track Authority, which allows the corporate paid American president to approve the TPP Free Trade Agreement. The TPP, as you may have heard, outright surrenders the U.S. sovereignty to multinational corporations, handing them total global monopolies over labor practices, immigration, drug pricing, GMO food labeling, and criminalization of garden seeds. Garden seeds, illegal? Are you serious? We no longer have the right to grow our own food and to eat healthy. We have to eat this GMO engineered crap that's being force-fed down us. Go.
In all, the TPP hands over control over 80% of the U.S. economy to global monopolists, and the TPP is set up to enable those corporations to engage in virtually unlimited toxic chemical pollution, medical monopolization, the gutting of labor safety laws, and much, much more.
It was so easy to distract the American people. Essentially, America just got sold out. It was incredibly easy to pull off too. What's funny is the false flag controversy doesn't even involve the actual Confederate flag. It involves the battle flag. It was mistakenly what people think is the Confederate flag. Who needs historical accuracy when there's just hysteria to spread? The Confederate flag, the Southern Cross, was only a battle flag. It never flew over a Confederate nation. And what's even more funny is all you people think it represents racism and slavery. This flag flew over a battle. And it was the first battle that blacks were allowed to fight side by side as free men and not slaves.
You know, why is humanity so stupid to allow our own elected representatives to forfeit America's future? Which they just did, by the way. Screw the Confederate flag issue and same-sex marriage. All Americans are now the property of multinational monopolist corporations that have turned our own national government against their own people. The Confederate flag issue and same-sex marriage was merely a useful distraction.
So this is what just now got passed into law. And the following things are now patentable: seeds, plants, animals, mental processes, surgery, any and all medications, so say goodbye to your generic products, genetic, biological, and cultural resources. Most of this is left extremely vague. So unless there is a definition of a revision, essentially everything is now patentable. The main points are that copyright laws will be extended for at least 70 years. Posting and downloading copyrighted content online will now become a federal crime, regardless of whether or not it was for commercial purposes, and can result in a permanent ban from the internet. The quality and the testing requirements for patents on drugs will be lowered. Corporations will be able to sue and change the laws of any government for any and every commercial purpose. Pharmaceutical companies that treat illnesses such as cancer or AIDS will be able to sue for projected losses in profit for treating those illnesses. Corporations will be able to sue for infringement without actually owning any registered property. Internet service providers will be legally required to give all of your information, including your current location. The government and major corporations involved, the corporations can withhold info about their products, including ingredients, chemicals, drug facts, for commercial purposes, of course.
You know, so how does your silly flag and same-sex marriage feel now? Outrage feel now. You know, you have all been duped and fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. While you were out distracted, they sold us all out. So I ask you, my fellow Americans, what are you going to do about it?
This used to be the land of the free and the home of the brave, where men who worked for a living and paid their dues paved the way for other Americans to follow. Everything has been taken away from us. Our freedoms have been infringed upon. Our liberties have been stripped away. We're so worried about offending somebody now that we want to restrict our own people from their freedoms. It's way past time to act. We have to stop this in its tracks. We have to stand up and be heard. We as a nation must come together and put a stop to this. It's not going to be long, and we're all going to be nothing more than slaves. It's got to end. We have to get back to the essentials. We have to take our freedom back. We have to take our liberty back. We have to take our honor back. Don't stand there and let it all be stripped away.